Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me once again, where we chop it up about life conversations, about different topics where we can be relatable with one another, because it can get tough. It can get tough and you want to feel like somebody else out there know what it feels like or may have gone through what you're going through. And so that's what we do. We talk about those life topics. I thank you guys once again for joining me in your channel. Your support is greatly appreciated, let me tell you. So today's topic, we are going to be talking about the spirit of unforgiveness. The spirit of unforgiveness and how I'm getting delivered. Okay, before we get into the topic of this video, please check out a brand new book, which is the sponsor of this video, Hush Language Mental Health Journal Youth Edition. This beauty right behind me. The link will be down below as a pinned comment and in the description box. Go to my website at thedreaminkhouse.com, purchase your copy, support your girls, support the youth in your life as they deal with mental issues such as depression, anxiety, confidence, self-esteem, bullying, all of those things that youth may go through that we sort of put on the back burner because we feel they're not going through anything. And so this is an arts-based journal to help them sort of delve into those things, into those different topics. So support your girl. The link will be down below. Your support is greatly appreciated. Use code YAY10, that's YAY10 for 10% off of your purchase. Now, let's get into the topic of today's video. Sorry about the glare on my glasses, but I'm trying. I ain't been putting in my contacts the last couple days because it's been irritating my eye. So we just go run with it, okay? And so, anyways, today's topic, the spirit of unforgiveness. So, I really wanted to do a couple separate videos on forgiveness. I'm gonna do a different one just talking about forgiveness, more in depth, depending on how this video turns out. But this one is about unforgiveness, the spirit of unforgiveness. And yeah, so let's talk about it. So we know unforgiveness can really become a burden in your life. It can really be that one thing that makes you sick, physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, even verbally sick, where you never have anything nice to say, right? Or about that person or those people that may have harmed you or impacted you in a negative way. And so I've learned through the course of my life that unforgiveness really played a key role in how I felt about myself, played a key role in how I moved in life, the things that I did in life for me, with, how I really determined what it is that I needed based on me having unforgiveness in my heart. And I can say that unforgiveness will sort of put a halt to your progress. It will put a halt to your progress. It will put a halt to your growth. It will really stop you from seeing you in a better light. It will stop you from really moving in the direction of your future that you need to go in, that will really impact you on a greater scale. And so for me, like I talked about in a whole lot of my other videos, my past videos, and if you haven't seen any and this is your first video, please go to my videos on my channel, scroll through. There are tons of videos and topics for you to choose from that may suit your needs. But um, as I always talk about going through traumatic experiences growing up, it really dampened my spirit. And so unforgiveness played in that part because you don't want to forgive your abuser. You don't want to forgive your attacker. These people harmed you. These people hurt you in a way that you felt at the time or may still feel that is unforgivable. And that may very well be true on the human side, because I say the human side is because we all have the human nature to the point where it was like the human side of me don't want to forgive, but the spiritual side of me is like, okay, I got to do better because it's really affecting me. I'm pretty sure you heard this quote, and I may be about to butcher it right now, but it goes, unforgiveness is like you drinking the poison and waiting for the other person to die. Something like that. So unforgiveness affects you more than your accusers, your abusers, the people that harmed and hurt you. It affects you more than it affects them. As a matter of fact, it probably don't even affect them at all, because most people that harm you don't really care that they harmed you. And there are some who do care, and they tend to set out to make it right with you. But it affects you over anything. I know that throughout the course of my life, there were quite a few people that it was very hard for me to forgive. I carried this level of unforgiveness inside of me that really, really put a damper on my spirit. It put a damper on my mind, my mental. It really drew into my depression. It drew into my depression because um, I'm constantly thinking about the situation, constantly thinking about what happened, not working on overcoming it, but sitting in the middle of the trauma mentally in my mind. And that would harm me. That will be harmful to my progress. It will be harmful to everything that I envisioned myself to be. Something happened one day, and this is my disclaimer. I'm still on this unforgiveness train. I am human, and I'm not going to say all is quite yet forgiven from everyone. I'm still on this unforgiveness train. But something did click inside of me, to whereas I began to understand myself a little bit more, and I began to understand my trauma a little bit more. And in understanding the two, it helped me to really focus inward and say, okay, Toy, this is about you. This right here is about you, baby girl. So if this is about you, then you need to really focus on what you need to help yourself. So whether you need to go get therapy, whether you need to talk to a trusted friend or partner or loved one, it doesn't matter. You need to get help for you, Toy. You need to get help. Because at the end of the day, if you do not get help, it's going to eat you alive. It's going to kill you. And so that shift began to happen inside of me, where I began to seek unforgiveness out inside of me, like pinpoint it in my heart, pinpoint it in my mind. Why is it so hard for me to forgive? Right? Why is it so hard for me to forgive? And I began to really write about it and talk about why it was hard for me to forgive. Why? And it really boiled down to the point of me being hurt, and there was little to no respect to me as a human being, and that hurts when people disregard you, when people harm you in an abusive way, to the point that it's like, really, you did this to me, and you're stuck. I was stuck. And so it became really frustrating for me, because I was the one thinking about it. I was the one constantly going through it, you know. But when I began to understand that shift and understand the personal story attached to my trauma, and then understanding stories of other people, that really begin to um, help me explore other avenues on my healing. And so, if unforgiveness is healing, it is, you have to begin the healing process in order to forgive. You have to forgive the healing, go through the healing process. It's just a must. Number one, it is a must. You have to begin to go through the healing process. Number two, you have to really figure out, where is that unforgiveness located in your life. Then you have to begin to uh, pinpoint the reasons why you feel the way that you feel about these people, this person, and why it's so hard for you to forgive. Then you have to begin to consider, was this number 4, I think, you have to really begin to consider what it's doing to you. What is it doing to you? You are the one drinking the poison, and then you looking at the person that hurt you to see if they about to die. But you drank the poison. You're the one harboring the unforgiveness in your heart. And so when you really begin to understand those things, it puts you in a position to find peace in your life, find peace. And so I'm on a journey of continued peace. I'm on a journey of continued healing. And it's not to say that I'm going to let any old body in my life to harm me and do me wrong like that again. I will not. I refuse. But what it does for me is it gives me a different perspective of who I am. And, I went down, I said number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and all those different ways that can really help you with your unforgiveness. But I forgot the number 1 most important thing that has really helped me on my journey, and that is God. Talking to God, my relationship with God, my relationship with Christ. Let me tell you something. Not to make this video religious, because I'm not an over religious person. I'm a spiritual person, but having that foundation and that relationship with God will do wonders. It will do wonders. God is healing me. Nobody else. I'm doing the work to help myself. Nobody else. Sure, I have a support system and people around me that love me, but I'm doing the work. And God is healing. He's providing the healing. He's providing the forgiveness that I need, like the open door for me to be able to peek through and see what my life can become as I forgive. Because if you don't, it's going to keep you down. Now, I know in the past that, and this is what I wish that we would stop telling people who is in the middle of their hurt. We need to quit telling people who is like right there, they're hurting, they're, going through it, they feel some type of way. Stop telling them to get over it. Pray for them, love on them, support them if you have the means to do so. But stop telling them to get over it, because forgiveness is a process. And sometimes it is not easy. Depending on the person, it's not easy sometimes. And the best thing you can do is to just stand by them, love on them, pray for them. But quit telling them what they need to do in getting over it and letting it go. Yes, you have to eventually let it go. And yes, you would eventually catapult to that moment of letting it go and getting over it. But it doesn't come easy. I would hate when people would do that to me all the time and tell me, that happened 20 years ago, let it go, get over it, you need to forgive, you need to forgive. Yeah, that may be true, but understand the process that I'm in right now, and it's not always easy. So what I need for you to do for me, boo-boo, is to pray with me, to love on me. If you are capable of it, walk with me as I go through this process. Be Christ-like to me. Show me what forgiveness looks like, since you know so much about it. Show me what that looks like so that I can see a pure example, since you're all worthy of knowing about forgiveness and you're not human and you don't go through nothing and you've never carried unforgiveness in your heart. Show me what that looks like. Show that person what that looks like, instead of telling them what you think they need to do and how they need to let go of it. Show them. Love on them. Trust me. They'll get to that point. They will get to that point, because it is a process. It comes quick for some people, and other people it is slow. And for me, it was a slow process because I just didn't want anything to do with these people. But as I am working on on me, on myself, and I'm doing the work and going through the process, God is providing the healing. And in God providing the healing, He is providing the forgiveness I need in my life. Because there are certain people around me that are loving me through it. I have a video titled that, Love Them Through It. There are people around me that are loving me through it. And that is giving me the opportunity to explore forgiveness on a different realm. So please, if you have someone in your life that may be harboring on the past and going through it and holding on to unforgiveness, love them through it. Don't tell them to get over it. Sometimes that set a person mentally back because it felt like you're not listening to them. You don't hear them. Love them through it. They will get it eventually. Right? We're all humans. Spiritual beings living a human life. We all go through things. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. But at the end of the day, when you do get to that point, forgiveness is beautiful. It is beautiful. But it is a personal journey. And although I'm at the mere, mid-beginning, because I don't want to say I'm just starting, it's been a long process. I'm at the mid-beginning or at the tail end of my beginning. And I may have a little ways to go. It is still beautiful. And it is a work in process, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it. And it puts an internal smile inside of you, inside of you that makes you feel like, wow, I got this. Sis, I got this. But it is a journey. So understand it. Understand your why. Understand where you're going in life. Understand where that hurt is coming from. Understand what it is doing to you. How it's impacting your life. Understand the difference that you need. What do you need to help you in this process? Understand the support system and the people around you. Understand that forgiveness is a process and can't nobody force it on you. But you do want to make forward progress towards it. I will say that. You want to continue to make forward progress towards it. But no one can force that on you. It has to be pure. Forgiveness has to be pure. And it has to come from within. You ever heard someone tell you, wrong you, and then say, I'm sorry? But you could tell they don't mean it. Like, I call BS. You don't mean that. But whatever. You sorry? Yeah, you sorry. Okay, whatever. Right? That's how forgiveness is. You don't want to just say, oh yeah, I forgive you. And you don't mean it. Yeah, you can. But you want to mean that thing because you want to experience the shift in your life, the change in your life. Right? You want to experience that. But at the end of the day, unforgiveness is a lethal weapon, and it's like a bomb. It will explode in your life if you don't make forward progress and work towards it. I will say that. I've experienced it. I have. But you know what? We're not going to prolong this video. That is today's topic. We have went way over. This video is I think it's almost 20 minutes. Oh my God. We went double the amount of time that I usually do these videos. But anyways, I thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. I hope it really blessed you and it really put your mind in a different perspective as we're all going through some sort of process in our lives. But anyways, I thank you guys so much. Check out my book back here behind me. The link will be down below. Go to my website. Use code YAY10. That's YAY10 for 10% off your purchase. Your support is greatly appreciated. And until the next video, I will see you soon. Bye for now.